Capricorn, random rising. How are you guys feeling this morning? If anybody is joining me newly here, my name is Ashley Indigo. I'm here to see what you can't see, hear what you can't hear, and feel what you can't feel. And today, Cappy, we are going to be doing the December monthly energy reading. Hold on 1 second. Definitely don't want my laptop to die. All right. So we are going to go get into it. If anyone wants anything personal, you guys can always go down to the description box. All the information will be down there for how to get a hold of me and how to book with me. So we're going to go ahead and switch it up today, Capricorn. The past couple of months, I have done 2 different decks. I've done my Light Seers Tarot deck, which is a deck that I really resonate with. And then I would do the Loving Words of Yeshua, aka Jesus. But I got bored with that. Mama got bored. She wanted to switch shit up. So today I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot deck, which reads everything, because you know I love to do numbers, colors, chakras, everything that a girl can read, so we can get y'all the most details and the most clarity. That's what I do. And then I like to finish with an angels and ancestors. That's what we're going to be doing for the month. It's just about recognizing that there are multiple layers to this world that we live in, and it's about recognizing that there are people that come between us. There is a lineage that we work on healing. When we do generational curses, the healing's not only forward to our children, our children's children, and our children's children, but it's also backwards. The healing's backwards. You know, it's about making the people that come before us proud. And if they've done things that they're not proud of, you know, just doing better and knowing better, you know. So we're all here trying to figure out this craziness on life school, and we all have lessons to learn. So it's just a reminder that there are things working in the background in a very 5 sensory, damn near 6 sensory, depending on who you are, kind of world. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. That deck is, oops. Yeah, I like this deck. Okay. Everybody's just like... Capricorn. Are we out here feeling icy this month, Cappy? All right. I see we're just working through things. All right. I can never tell the difference between this. Hold on 1 second. I just want to... These colors. This purple color and this violet. Okay, so is this violet? Oh, this is violet. I can never tell the difference between the violet color and the indigo color. They're so close. All right. So, the theme is going to show in the 3rd card, but we'll just go over the first 2, and then, you know how I am. We'll bring it all back to God, and we'll bring it all back together, okay? So the first card that I see here is Accelerated Motion. 8. Okay? And this is spiritual. The card is spiritual, okay? So when I look at 8, 8 is very much above, so below energy. 8 is very much you reap what you sow, what you put out, you get back. Now, it looks like this woman is wishing on a star. Accelerated. It's a shooting star. And it's moving fast, and she's watching it. She's watching it all happen. And she looks very... What's a word I would use? She looks very pleased. She looks very, very pleased with it. Okay? She's watching it. She's watching the process. It's very weird to me that her cleavage is hanging out like this. Okay. Cappy, you've had something in the works. Something in the works. You had a plan in the works, something that you've been working on, and it's moving quick. The process is, you ain't, see, Capricorns, y'all got horns. And I know how you guys are. Anything with horns is like very steadfast, very steadfast. And I feel like where normally you have a very steady pace and you're always driven, I feel like you really have gotten in there and you realize that you're holding yourself accountable. You realize that in order to see a turnout, shit's got to shake. You got to move. You got to do something about it. You know, you reap what you sow. And so I feel like there was something that you wanted to do. You put the plans in motion, and it's just taken off. It's just really taken off. I feel like you're super proud of yourself, as you should be. And I feel like you are super pleased with the turnout, super pleased with how fast everything's going. It's almost like a wish come true, how fast and how well you're doing. And I also feel like this accelerated motion is giving you better confidence in yourself. Better confidence in yourself, better confidence in your abilities. Feeling sexy. I feel like someone's feeling sexy. Sexy, sexual. I feel like you're just feeling yourself. I feel like you embody a confidence. 8 also has to do with success, so I do see success. This is a successful endeavor. This is something that you are successful in. I feel like you have spiritual support, spiritual guidance and spiritual support. I'm going to say an angel, a guardian angel of some sort, an angel who has passed. I'm definitely going to say that this is something that some type of a destiny. You're in a destined space. I feel like you were destined for success, and I feel like you're in a place where if you keep this up and you make the right decisions, this could grow beautifully. How do we make the right decisions? Just keeping in mind that there is a God, keeping in mind that we are accountable for everything that we do, keeping in mind to give it back to God. When people ask, why are you so successful? God, how'd you get so far, God? How did you think of all this, God? Let them know how hard you prayed. Let them know, and even if you didn't pray for it, even if it was something that you didn't pray for, but it was just kind of something that manifestation's a kind of prayer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you've been here with me, you know how I feel. You know God is the root. You know God is the beginning. You know He's the end. You know it's where it starts and where it stops with me. And I feel like if you're here, you feel the same because you wouldn't be here if you weren't. People who don't have God in their heart like that, people who don't have God in that space, they don't want to hear about God. Keep your eye on the sight, because the minute you detour is the minute it could all blow over. So stay steady. Don't get distracted. Now, I see something that could be a problem. And I'm glad we're here to get it clear. Emotional loss. Okay. This is a person emotionally trying to stay strong. Okay. Capricorn, I don't think that you're a very emotional person, in the sense that, things will happen to you emotionally and you'll like cry. Like me, a Cancer. That's what we do. That's what I used to do in my unevolved state. I would cry my ass off. Okay. Capricorn is the exact opposite of a Cancer. Every sign has an opposite, and a Capricorn is my opposite. I feel like when things happen for you, Capricorn, sorry, I thought I heard my dog. You deal with loss in the way to where it hardens the heart. It hardens the heart for you when you become icy. You become cold. And you let no one get to you through the heart. The heart space is very important because once you thaw it up and it becomes icy, you don't really use it too often. When God created us, he created us to not only live, our heart's desires, but in order to do that, you have to live from the heart space. How do you live from the heart space? By being loved. How are you loved? You have to actually be able to feel it first. If your heart is icy, I just want to take a hot, wild guess that you're probably not living from a place of love. Let the ice melt. It's time. This card says emotional loss, but I feel like it's emotional loss in the sense of when our heart is not healed, we are actually giving out that, we're pouring that energy, okay? Imagine, because the energy's got to go somewhere, okay? I've been reading this really cool ass book, and I'm going to explain it one day, how it kind of works, but our heart, the energy in our heart has to go towards something. If we're thinking about things in terms of energy, because everything is energy. Our heart, when there's things that fuck up our heart, okay, or that hurt our heart, or that are on our heart, the energy in the heart is poured towards whatever it is that has our heart's attention. Whatever it is, our energy is poured. That's why, and depending on how much of that energy we're pouring out, we're either tired and grumpy, or we're happy and we're up, we're moving around, whatever the case is. I feel like there's still things that have a hold on your heart. And I feel like you're not letting them go, but it's time. I feel like you're harboring old griefs, old pains, old emotions, old hurts, as deep as childhood, that you need to dissolve. Okay? If you look at this guy, he's got like he's got a heart space energy. It's yellow, it's glowing. Feel like it's yellow though. If it was heart space energy, it'd be more green or pink. But it's yellow here. Yellow to me represents healing. Something that needs to be healed. But you see this ripple effect? How it's causing so much, you're losing so much energy from the heart. And energy obviously is going out to whoever. This is God's grace. God has got you through, and it's like the clouds over here. Dark clouds, okay? God's got you in this space. If you need healing, Capricorn, why haven't you asked? You have not because you ask not. If you need the healing, let him know. This is what our Father wants to do. Think about this, Capricorn, okay? Sorry, these eyelashes are driving me insane. I might get wild and pop them off. Y'all might see some crazy shit. Sorry, I'm like fucking with my eyelashes on a video, but it's like killing me on the camera. Because they look so great. Okay, so you might feel like it's just too heavy. This guy right here, he's got a lump in his throat, I can see. So his throat chakra, he feels like he has something he wants to say, but he's not saying it. He doesn't know how to say it. He just looks so right here hurt. It hurts. It's like grief stricken. God's got him through it though. God's got him. God has you if you ask him. Are you talking to God the way you're supposed to be, Capricorn? I see success for you. I feel success for you because I feel the diligence, but I feel the disconnect. Are you talking to God the way you're supposed to be talking to him? Because one thing about God is when God comes in, if there's anything that's heavy for you, if there's anything that you just can't take, you can give it to him and he'll take it. He will take it. That's what he does. He takes our pain. He takes that energy that's taking up everything, that space. and he can transmute it. He can heal it, but he can't heal it if you don't give it to him. If you haven't asked him to take it, he's not going to take it. The relationship that we have with God, Capricorn, is an interactive relationship, okay? I feel like there's a lot of hurts and a lot of walls that you still have to let go of to let God in. God can work on your heart. Him and Yeshua, they can make your heart anew, but not if it's icy, not if you're not willing to open it up. My question is, Capricorn, are you willing to open up to let God in? Are you willing? Are you willing to sit down? Are you willing to take the time out of your rushy day to say, hey, God, I know you're there. Can you help me? Mm-hmm. Hey, God, I know you need me, and you know I need you. You know that we need each other because we're family. But I've got some things heavy on my heart, and I've got to let them go. I've got X, Y, and Z. Can you take it from me? Please, Father, can you heal it? I almost feel like you feel like it might be weak of you to have a vulnerable conversation with God. Because I know that you don't like to show any emotion, because we still think emotions make us weak, Capricorn, when we need to learn that emotions are a strength. They're a strength because only the realest of the real are going to let them out. Only the realest of the real are going to discuss them. We're moving into the big six. We're moving into 2022. Big six energy, big six mood. That's what I call it. In the big six mood, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. That's how we get our 6. We're going to want self-love. We're going to want authentic. Well, we're going to be more in love with ourselves. That's what we're trying to get closer to ourselves. And how do we do that? We love ourselves. Okay. We're going to see justice. We're going to see people wanting authenticity. We're going to see naturalness in every form of the word. Natural body, natural booty, natural breasts, natural chest, natural hair, natural hairstyles, natural. We're going to want more authenticity in our lives come 2022. How do you get more authentic? Because I feel like you might be struggling from this card. You have to let shit go. You have a big Capricorn, so much to the point that people see it and they use it sometimes. And I feel like that's why you'd rather smile and say yes than show real emotion and be like, fuck no. Because you feel like emotion makes you weak. You don't, when you hear emotion, you think sad, sob story feelings. You don't think energy and motion. You don't think energy and motion. Emotions. Let's break this down, Capricorn, so we can have the understanding here together, okay? Emotions. The feelings that we feel, the feelings that we have are nothing but energy in motion, okay? So if I'm sad, okay, the energy that I'm inhibiting, my being is sad, okay? Because when anytime we feel, that is what we take up the being of, okay? So I'm sad, okay? Sad is the energy that I've been inhibiting. I'm sad. Well, how will a person know if I'm sad if I don't react? So if I'm sad, and, most people when they're sad, what they would do, a big clue we know someone is sad is they will cry, okay? So now the energy of sadness has taken on some type of physical form, and now that physical form is in motion via tears. motion, okay? In my evolved state, back in my younger years, because this is all about transparency here. This is why we do it. We do this to be transparent. When I was younger, say my being was angry, because this is my being. This is my being, okay? I'm inhibiting anger. Well, how would someone know I was angry? This angry being is now breaking shit, okay? So now you're seeing my emotion, because now you're seeing my angry energy in motion breaking shit. That is emotion, okay? And if our brains are not evolved, if we have no emotional intelligence, we're capable of anything in our emotions. So it's impossible, first of all, Capricorn, to not show emotion, because when we feel, there's a reaction, cause and effect. If I'm caused to be angry, if something's causing me to be angry, if I feel like something has triggered me, we'll say usually triggers, because we're in control of our own feelings, but say I'm triggered. Triggering, depending on what it is, can cause us to feel a certain thing. It'll cause us to feel an energy. And whatever we do with that energy, that's emotion, because that's expressed energy in motion. So you can't not show emotion. That's the first thing. You have to show emotion. Okay. Perfect. Okay. We have to show emotion. So the 5 number on here is to let it go. There's things really heavy on the heart space and you got to let them go. How do you let them go? Heal. A really big agent in healing is rose. Get you rose aromatherapy. Now, some of you might argue it smells like an old lady. It smells like an old grandma. And you're right, it does. But that doesn't change the fact that it's still a healing property. As we move into the 6, because we're looking for natural, you are going to see the amazing ways how sound and smell, anything that touches the 5 senses, you're going to see how those things start to manifest and how those things start to be developed into some really cool shit to help heal. We're going to be using more herbs. We're going to be using more natural sounds, frequencies. We're going to be using more smells. We are going to be trying to be the realest we can be. It's going to be a bunch of fucking 3-year-olds running around being happy in an evolved state for those of us who are ascending. I want to say, anybody on this ride with me, we know where we're going. We know what we're doing, as long as we stay the course. Knowing that, of course, the enemy is always rampant, but as long as we stay the course. Rose therapy. Smell some roses, get rose aromatherapy. If you're a woman, fucking go crazy and get rose scents. Rose scents. If you're a man, get you a little rose candle, or get you a little vial of rose, or rose quartz, the stone rose quartz. Get you a fucking chunk hunk of rose quartz. That's for self-love. It helps, if someone's trying to have a baby, I don't know, fertility. But we need to heal ourselves. We have to take action. You have to take accountability in healing yourself. You have this journey that you've embarked on. There's success, but you will find a stunt in your journey if you don't get your shit healed, because your ego may try to kick in. And if the ego kicks in and takes over, your whole mission is aborted, okay? God has his hand on you, but you have to ask for his help. You have to ask for his assistance. You have to ask for his guidance. As long as you see the sun shining, that is God's grace. But you got to be open to it. His back is to the sun, so he's not open to it. He's not receptive to it. He's actually maybe even a little bit, he's in a victim mode. You got to get yourself out of victim mode. Pray often. 6, harmony. We're moving into the big 6, and it's what I told you all about. It's about self-love. It's about love. Capricorn, you might be in a relationship with somebody, but I feel like in this relationship, it's one of those situations where you've got to make sure you love yourself more than you love the other person. Yeah. Whenever I see this card, I feel like they're on the same page, but I just feel like this person's into it a little bit more. The other person might be into the union a little bit more. Maybe some trust issues on your end. Or maybe you just want to make sure that you stay firm in loving yourself more. This person's totally into it. You know, I feel like now is not a time where in relationships you might have been looking for to be something for someone. You know, poor Capricorn always looking to be something for somebody. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just feel like y'all always want to try to fix some shit. Y'all always want to try to be Captain Sabo. Y'all always want to try to be right for somebody else. And I feel like you need to start asking, you know, I'm amazing for this person, but is this person amazing for me? I'm improving this person's life. Is this person improving my life? And I don't feel like you need to be just that way in relationships. I feel like you need to be that way with your friendships, with your family. I feel like there needs to be harmony and consistency. But that harmony and consistency lies in the relationship that you have with yourself. I'm also seeing spend time with the inner child. 6 is about spending time with our 3-year-old, the part of us that's connected. How do you do that? Play with small children. Be creative. That's definitely going to create harmony. When we know who we are, we stand in our truth. When we're in our truth, we attract people who meet us where we're at, you know. If I am successful this year, and I know I'm successful, and I stand in my truth as far as success, and and I'm seeing success, and I'm believing success. Success is going to start to show up in my world in the form of people, in the form of maybe places, in the form of things. You know, success has no choice but to come back to me if I'm putting that out. And that's the same with harmony. Also, Capricorn, I feel like you need to start matching frequencies. You have such a big heart, but match your frequencies or decide what frequency you are. And when you make a decision, stick to that decision. If I'm 98.3, don't come over here with that 104.3 bullshit because I'm 98.3. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm peaceful and if I'm calm and if I'm supportive, don't come over here with that bullshit. If you're not peaceful, calm, and supportive back, don't come here. So that's what I'm saying. Make a decision how you're going to be. Make a decision who you're going to be. Moving into the big 6. Find balance. Also, I feel like there's going to be some growth. Some growth. You're going through a growing stage. Maybe some growing pains. Don't look like it hurts, but you're growing and you're definitely learning. You're still very much, I feel like for you, this ride to the 2022, and I feel like I've said this before, Capricorn, I feel like it's going to be a tough ride for you because you're not with the feels and shit, but you need to get into the feels. That's going to be a major theme for you. Harmony. Finding harmony between your motivations and the things you want to do and letting go of the past. You need to let go of the past because it is stunting your growth. It is stunting harmony. It is stunting consistency. It is fueling self-doubt, lack of self-love. I'm going to need you for you to stay focused. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the... Ooh. Okay. I'm getting this a lot. I feel like God's going through a humbling phase. Humbling some souls out here. This seems to be the big card. This is probably like the 3rd time I've pulled this card this month for different signs. I can't remember all of them, but... All right. The Peacekeeper. Right here it says, let go of the need to be right. Now, Capricorn, you're a stubborn earth sign. I feel like you like to be right. As a matter of fact, I know you like to be right. I need y'all to understand that it's not always about being right. Since 2019 and all the shit with the cocoa, our world has seen so much crazy shit that I can't even just imagine, because we've seen so much crazy shit. With that being said, I think a lot of people are wondering, and I was actually talking to my auntie about this, what is real? What is normal? What are the facts? Me, myself, personally, I've learned so much shit this year, Capricorn, that my mind has been blown. I've learned that our reality isn't what we think it is. I've learned that our government is not who we think they are. I've learned that some of my friends, some of my family are not who I thought they were. I mean, it's been a mind fuck, okay? It's been a complete mind fuck. And I feel like, Capricorn, usually where you pride yourself in having an answer for every question, and always seeming like you're so put together, and always seeming like, yeah, of course, I know, I'm so, fuck all that. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean, like, who cares? Right now is not a time for being right. Right now is not a time for stunting. Right now is a time to get your shit together. Right now is a time to be real and be honest with yourself, because all these things that we're trained to think are important, they don't really matter. They do not matter. The same people that you try to impress this year, they won't be around next year for you to show. They won't give a fuck next year. When we do things in this world, Capricorn, God reads our heart, okay? And our hearts, they tell a lot about us. They tell about our intentions. And our heart space, which is what I was explaining, is so important, because it tells God who we are. You can lie out your mouth. You could not, I mean, he knows everything anyway, but you could lie out your mouth. You could say whatever the fuck you want to say, but your heart does not lie. What's in your heart is who you really are. And I'm not saying that y'all got bad hearts. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have so much shit on your heart, it's making you a person that you're not. And when people feel like they're out of control, they do and say things, sometimes just to do and say shit that don't make no sense. You got to start holding yourself accountable. And you got to start being honest, not only with yourself and people. Capricorn, I feel like y'all been doing a little bit of, I feel like you go to the extent to be right so bad that you'll lie to be right. Or you'll lie to be seen in the correct light. You'll lie just to be right. You are more worried about being seen with something to say that has value than actually living and breathing the shit that you speak. You'll say anything. That's dangerous. I don't think for you it's about having substance. I think it's just about sounding like you know what you're talking about. I see something with horns. This thing has horns in the back. The buffalo. So you have horns and the buffalo has horns. Calm down. Be still. Trust the process. I don't say that you're drama, but I say you get put in drama because you don't know how to keep your neck to you don't know how to stay the fuck back. You don't know how to stay out of places where you don't need to be. I feel like one way for you to keep the peace is to stay in your own lane. Because I feel like whether you do something or not, people are always going to have something to say about you specifically, Capricorn. Which means you're doing some things right. Let your actions do the talking, okay? Say less. Let your actions do the speaking for you. You don't need to be right with your words if you're right with your action. Does that make sense? It's not about what they think. This is my rule number one. Fuck what they think. It's about what he thinks. So when we move in this world, we move for his approval, Capricorn. That pain you've got to get it up off you, okay? We don't want to move into 2022 carrying this, all right? Capricorn, it's been short and sweet. I love you. Have a happy holidays. You guys have a great one.